Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you to the Munich Cybersecurity Conference and welcome you all, not through the lens of a camera, but in person. It's pretty cool to see you here in front, sitting shoulder by shoulder. I was a bit shocked when I saw the chairs so close to each other, but it's very nice to see you all here. It is about 2 months back that we had the 8th digital edition of the Munich Cybersecurity Conference, just before the Munich Security Conference, which took place from the 18th to the 20th of February. A few days later, we had a change in time. The Russia-Ukraine war started. That was all quite a busy sequence. The Munich Security Conference took place in this hall. And the stage was just on the opposite side, and there was a very intense debate on what happens in Russia. And there was a lot of negotiation still going on. All the state presidents debated on stage and made their points. It didn't help, so we are in a different time. But before I span the context to this conference, let me welcome a couple of special guests here. I would like to welcome the former president of Estonia, Mr. Ilves, and his wife. Thank you for joining us here in these turbulent times. And my dear friend, Staatsminister der Justiz in Bayern, Georg Eisenreich. Schön, dass Sie da sind. I think that this conference comes, as always, in a good time, right? I think we are not out of COVID-19. We have a lot of tension in the world. But I think the subject matter we are having here for the last 8 years, there was only one vector. It was always increasing in importance. And I think with the new realities, it becomes probably more pressing that we have to do something. And that's also how we have designed the agenda for today, so that you also have some takeaway values for yourself. We start at a fairly high level with how geopolitics possibly shape or reshape cybersecurity. And I think in the context of what we see, and in the context that the technology race, from my viewpoint on, will be even further fueled by the tensions in the world. Just take the spend of North America, in particular the United States, Europe and China. They capture approximately 75% of all the volume of technology and innovation money in the world. And it's growing year by year. And with that growth of technology, of course, the digital infrastructure even further evolves. So we have to make sure that the infrastructure holds and is robust. And that actually covers the second theme we want to have today, from geopolitics to how do we actually protect and ensure that critical infrastructures can work in this environment. Because critical infrastructures are there to protect people and safeguard life and livelihoods as well. If they are impacted, nothing will work. So from geopolitics to keeping infrastructures alive and working, of course, we have to ask ourselves how we build trust and resilience in the cyber world. And then, to be even more bit specific, is what do we do to build in security right from the beginning in technology? And that sequence goes from fairly high level to a fairly operational level. And that's the levels we have to cover when we think about protecting the digital infrastructures we are having and bringing them up. I think for all of us here, in particular in Europe and in America, it's not a question of money. We have the money, but we must make something out of the funds we have in order to improve the technology, make it more robust and bring it forward. And with these words, I leave it as a beginning, but that's the span of the conference today. And I will hand over to the moderator of today.